Welcome to the Sci-Fi Queen podcast. And we are here tonight to celebrate. Hold on one second. I'm having a little technical difficulties over here on this side. My apologies. Okay, so we're here at the Sci-Fi Queens podcast where we celebrate all things sci-fi, movies and television, especially the women in science fiction. Okay, and if you are new to our channel, we welcome you, and we ask that you hit that subscribe and notification bell because it will help our channel grow, and it will let you know when our next episodes will be. If you want to support our channel, please check out our website, sci-fi-queens.net. Scrolling at the bottom of the page, you're going to find information on the queens. You're going to find information on our shows and also our merch store. My name is Nita. I am your host, and tonight with me we have our co-hosts, Sarah and Tiffany.
Hello.
Hello. And tonight, Tiffany's going to bring us all things sci-fi, movie, and television updates. But before we start, let's go to our co-hosts and see what's going on with them. Sarah, how you doing?
I am doing great. It is 75. It was 75 degrees today, and pizzas were $3.14 at the gas station for 5 days.
Oh, nice.
That I can do.
So we eat pizza all weekend.
Absolutely.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
How about you, Tiffany, the queen of nerds?
Well, I am so glad that it is Friday. And side note, I've been waiting on a new washing machine all week. It finally came today. So it is a great day in my house. It's a great day.
It is always good when you could do some laundry, girl.
For real. I'm so
But
excited.
we've got a amazing show for you guys tonight. We are going to be giving you some information, and we're going to let Tiffany take over. So
Let's do it.
yeah, let's do it.
All right. So tonight I'm going to give y'all what's coming up in sci-fi. And at the end, I have a special treat after I give you what's coming up. I have something special to give you. So first up is, of course, the trailer that dropped today or late last night for Black Mirror season 7. Now, not much is known. Of course, the trailer was very ominous, but it got me so excited because I know they're going to go back to the USS Callister episode. I know they're going to be revisiting that. The cast, just the peaks of the cast that we got in that trailer. Tracy Ellis Ross, I was like, wait a minute. I'm so excited to see what they do. Issa Rae, I'm so excited to see what these women do with this. It seems
Tracy Ellis Ross is amazing.
I mean,
but then when we have in everything she does, she outshines. Yes. But for her to be in a sci-fi,
right? That's why I'm like, she's breaking into a new genre. And so that's gonna be interesting to see.
Will they bring humor to it because she is a comedic actress?
Right. She has great comedic timing. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it's gonna bring her whimsical, natural vibe to everything that she brings. Yes. I think it's gonna bring that. Definitely. But this season to me looks a little bit different than the other ones. It feels more horror. Because it's usually has a little element of oh, that was creepy. But this one feels like it's gonna be more scary for some reason. That's the vibes I got from the trailer. I don't know. Sarah, did you see the trailer?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, just
I wish we were able to play that trailer because I agree with you. There is a little element of spookiness, of horror. Yes. And the last time you and I spoke about the Callisto episode, I watched it that night again. It's so good. It's just so good.
I know. I'm excited though. So April 10th, Black Mirror season 7 on Netflix. So you can still go back and watch all the other seasons. I'm jealous if you get to watch all of them. But yeah, you get to watch all of them.
I've watched all the seasons.
I haven't. It's just sometimes I have a hard time watching new stuff. So even if I'm invested, I tried to watch the anime Lord of the Rings movie, and I got maybe 10 minutes in it and I'm like, I can't do this. I really want to watch this and it deserves my attention, and my brain just wasn't braining. So I'm like,
Yeah, I get it.
ah,
I get it. I get it. For real. It's a
Absolutely.
lot. It's a lot of
The good
information.
thing though about the Black Mirror episodes,
Yeah.
they're not extremely long.
Right. They're not long and they don't really
yeah,
Hmm.
connect. They don't connect to each other. So, if you
Not
just
at
wanted
all.
to watch the USS Callister one, or you just wanted to watch one that you see like people talking about, you
yeah,
could. Or if you just wanted to pick up on season 7 because you like the cast,
Hmm.
you could also do that. You don't have to see all the episodes to enjoy the new season. So
yeah.
that's a good thing about it.
Agreed.
Yeah. All
Agreed.
right.
So let me know when you want me to move on to the next one, okay?
All right, yeah, let's move on to the next one, which I believe, yep, is Andor season 2.
Oh.
I was
Now,
just
for
gonna
me,
say, I was thinking
in
about Andor.
in in my humble opinion, it's the best of the Star Wars shows that they put out. Now, I am a Mandalorian fan to the end, but I think that just with the storytelling and like the way that it's like structured, as far as like a
Mhm.
political thriller, like that really gets me. Like that part of it,
Mhm.
like of the Star Wars like lore, like the political, because it's all
Right.
about politics. In the end, it's all about politics. And
But
so,
And we're
Star
getting to
Wars is
see,
very political.
yes,
Hmm.
yeah, and
yes.
we're getting to see more of the behind the scenes, basically, and like
Hmm.
not just like how we were dumped into episode 4
Yeah,
with like, well, there's
yeah.
this war,
We're
and
in the Senate, right?
and then we see the prequel, and then we didn't get from like, how do we get from here to here?
Right.
But with the Rogue One and then this, we're filling
Hmm.
that in, and it's like, oh, okay,
It's so
Yeah.
interesting. It's so interesting.
I
And
mean,
Cassian
I love it.
as a
I
character.
I'm still going to think Mandalorian is number one, but that's because I'm madly in love with
We
Pedro
know.
Pascal.
Pedro.
We know.
He's in love with me. The thing is that it's
It's a
mutual.
close
He just
number
doesn't
two, though.
know it yet. He
It's a
don't
good
know
number
it yet.
two. It's a good number two. Definitely for me, it's a good number two. But it's like as far as characters, yes, Mandalorian is
Yes.
one. But as far as the storyline, I think this one has a better
Mhm.
storyline because I don't think they knew what they were wanted to do with with the last season of Mandalorian. That's just my opinion.
I
Yeah.
think so because I mean they're either going to make the little green guy into a
Well, there.
Jedi
I
or
thought
like there has to do
I
something here because
Yeah,
he's the whole premise of
I
the
saw
yeah,
something about that they were making a Mandalorian and Grogu movie,
yeah.
and
That's
that's
I
how
think
they
that's
were
what's
going to
going to
finish
be
it.
to wrap it up. I think that's what they're trying to
Yeah, that
do.
was how they were going to finish it. That's why they left it without a
okay.
cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Is
Um,
Pedro Pascal in this movie?
yeah, most
I would
likely.
assume so.
I will
He's
be
so
there.
busy though. He's so busy. But
I know.
yeah.
He
So
busy.
back
He
to
Oh,
Andor.
busy.
I got a hot tip for you, Anita. You need to get
Oh,
your nails done because he was stopping women on the streets in Texas to look at their fingernails and complimenting them.
Woo!
He's got a thing for fingernails.
oh my goodness.
He was with his wife and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, let me see."
Oh my goodness. Uh,
I love me some Pedro. Whatever he wants, he gets.
Andor is this is the final
Yes.
season though of Andor. So
Oh,
Yes.
unfortunately,
really?
this is gonna lead right up into Rogue One. So this season is gonna take us right up into that movie. So yeah, we always knew it was only gonna be 2 seasons just because of where it's placed in the timeline. If they don't want to run into the same stories that are told in Rogue One, then they gotta,
Yeah.
stop it when they
Got
get to
it.
that.
So,
So
are they doing a Rogue One movie
well,
or
They
a
already
yeah,
did.
theater
it's already a
movie?
movie.
Or
It's already a movie that's already out.
And
oh,
he
that's
was in
right.
it.
That's right. He was in
Hmm.
it. I
Yeah,
knew
he
I
was
saw
Yeah.
in the
him
movie.
before. You're
So
absolutely right.
April
Yes.
22nd on Disney Plus. It's going to be 12 episodes, and it will continue
Nice.
the story of Cassian Andor, the Rebel Alliance operative, across the 4 years leading up to the events of Rogue One, to show how he became a part of that movie's mission. So I think this is going to be. I'm gonna be like this the whole time, just holding my throat.
Right. I have to tell you, this is the only show that Devin has ever binged with me because I like to binge
Really?
and he's like one episode a day and that's it. But like he was here and we were watching it and he's like, let's do another. And like we
Right?
ended up watching the whole season that day and
See, it's so
he's
good.
like, all right. I think I mean,
I don't think I'm gonna
sometimes
be
it's
able to
the way to
binge.
do it, but
I'm gonna have to watch every week because I'm just so excited.
yeah,
Binging is fun, but there are shows that are better week to week than they are for binging.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I agree. I
Because like
agree.
some shows, you're like, no, I need to have that next episode. Like I wish I would have been Severance because
I
that
know.
is driving me
I
crazy.
know. I can't even with that right now, Nita. I can't even get into that.
I,
Because I watched the one last night. I can't even get into it. I can't even. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Let me try to
oh,
move my lighting.
this is more of
Oh,
the
more Andor.
Rogue.
Yes. So
Yes,
this
more
cover photo
Andor.
is actually the crew from Rogue One.
Right?
So
Yes.
I feel like they're going to introduce some of them towards the end of this season.
Mhm.
Yes, that
Yeah.
would make sense because I'm like, she's really Rogue One, but she's
Yeah.
also in there with
Probably
the
not her just
Andor.
because of where she comes into the story in Rogue One, but definitely some of the bigger background
But you don't think that
names.
bring her in maybe into like the last two episodes, maybe even the last one, just to kind of bring her
Maybe.
into
Well,
bring
they
her
might show her
storyline in?
father. They might show her father just
Yeah,
because
maybe
of
her
where
dad.
yeah,
That
yeah,
makes
how his
sense.
story goes with the building of the Death Star.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes,
all right.
yes.
So next up, we have Doctor Who on April 12th on Disney Plus. So this is just a couple of stills from the trailer, which also looks very horror filled. Like in the
Yes.
synopsis, it says they're going to face terrors that they've never faced before. Like specifically, it says terrors. So
Like
like this one,
Eldritch terrors.
it,
Go
it
ahead.
feels
Sorry.
mixing the lores. It feels it feels very like horror sci-fi. But Shuti Gatwa is back with a new companion, Varada Setu as Belinda Chandra. Now she was in a previous episode of Doctor Who. I did put the steel right above their group shot from the previous episode she was in where she played like a marine doctor priest or something it was. I can't really remember. But it was the episode where the AI was like killing the people and taking them like when they were on death's door or something and like he took the little
Yes.
girl's dad, you know that
She
one.
was, yeah,
Right.
she was some sort of medic.
Mhm. Yeah, she was
Mhm.
like a medic or something. But so they're going to in the trailer it shows that he says our paths are intertwined, like we've crossed paths before. She just doesn't know, that's not her life that she lived. But a
Exactly.
mysterious force is stopping the TARDIS from returning her back to Earth. Like she's not a willing companion. She's like, take me home. Like where most of them are like, I want to go with you. He's like, it's an accident that she ends up with him and she wants to go home. But he can't get her home and they have to go through all of this different stuff just for her to get home. And so that's I think that's going to be interesting. And Ruby Sunday is set to return as well. So he's going to end up with two companions at one point.
That's good. I like her with him.
Mm-hmm,
I thought
mm-hmm.
they were gonna like remove her completely, so I'm really glad that they're not.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
what's happening? I hear news. I don't know if you have any updates on this, but I'm reading how he's going to soon not be the doctor and they're going to do another
Right.
change. But he literally has had what, 2 seasons?
Yeah, 2 seasons.
Like,
So he wants to do one more season, but reportedly he's going to be leaving as the doctor. It hasn't really been said why, but speculation is that it's due to online pressure. Like there's still a lot of like hate speech towards him just for being not only black but also being, as not heteronormative as he is. So, as
he's
in his real life,
non-binary,
right, in his
maybe,
real
right?
life he lives as a gay man, but in the show he's a non-binary doctor. He doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
but the doctor always is he could be a woman, she could,
Yeah.
they're the doctor is always, it's fluid. So but
Well,
there's a lot
yeah.
of this online
Can I
hate.
present you Captain Jack Harkness?
Right,
Hello.
exactly,
I mean,
exactly. There's so much, but there's it's directed towards him for several reasons. But
yeah.
you know how fandoms can be.
Very,
You know
very,
how
very
they can
hateful.
be.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
It's
let's
toxic and
hope that
sad.
he sticks it out though. It's not official. So let's hope that he stays.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to the next. I think it's going to be a movie. Yes, so this movie is called Ash. Now, this just came onto my radar. I don't know why I hadn't heard of it before, but it's coming out on March 21st. And it
In
stars a
theaters?
lot of big name actors.
Is this coming out in theaters?
Yeah, this is a movie. Yeah, it's coming out in
So
theaters.
what's this about?
So this is about a woman wakes up on a distant planet and finds that her crew of her space station has been viciously killed. Her investigation into what happened sets off a terrifying chain of events. So there's some aliens. There's something going on this planet, and her whole
Mm-mm-mm.
crew is dead. Apparently, I think it's gonna be shot mostly through probably flashbacks. Because from the trailer, if they're saying her crew is gonna be dead when she wakes up, then what's the whole movie? Because the trailer shows her crew the whole time. So I don't know. I don't really know.
Exactly.
I don't know. But it looks like it's gonna be interesting though. For me, if there's nothing else to watch, I'll probably go see it. Otherwise, I'll probably wait till it comes home to watch it. But I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'm
this looks
gonna
something
watch it.
like I would want to watch too, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
All right.
And it comes
So
out when? When does it come out?
On March 21st. So next week.
Ooh, next week.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Um.
So let's.
Oh, hold on. I went too far. We'll go
Oh,
here. Let me see. Let me make
okay.
sure. Yeah, there's it.
Yep. Next up is Devil May Cry. This is coming out on April 3rd on Netflix. 8 episodes, and this is based on the video game of the same name.
oh
Um,
yes.
yeah. So
I
I'm
am a
excited
hardcore fan.
for real. Oh, are you?
Oh yeah, I played I think all the way up to 5.
Oh
I played
wow.
a lot. Like it was the only game I had for a while and not so
So
like I just played it
this
all
is
the
good
time.
for you.
Yeah, I'm like super excited about this
This is
one.
good for you. Demon
Yeah.
Hunter for Hire. See, I had never played the games, and I'm a gamer myself, but I
Oh,
don't think this was in the genre that like was presented to me. So I had never played the game, but I love
well,
anime. So I'm geeked about this
it,
animation. It's almost
yeah,
in the
he was
same
kind of
style.
he's like a demon prince, but he
Okay.
fights for the good guys, and he's kind of like a private eye. But there's like lots
He
of
kind
things
of
going
looks
on.
cute. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
Oh,
in
he
a
is.
right?
relation, but
Look,
he
I was
looks
like, right?
kind
He's
of
Um,
cute.
cute.
and he fight. There's multiple weapons, and like he collects energy from the dead demons, and like there's all sorts of stuff going on. And I mean, obviously it's a game, so it keeps building and building, and things get
Mhm.
harder. It's like it's a fighting game, but it's also like almost like a role playing game because you kind of got to do the things. Like you could
Okay.
just run and gun straight through, but then you don't get all the extra stuff, if that makes sense. So
Okay. And there's
like, cause
several
like,
of them.
yeah, so some people just like speed rush right through and then you don't get any of the side stuff. But like
Mm,
I do the big fight and then go explore the area before I move on.
right.
And it, I like to find things. And sometimes like when I play Skyrim, Leah like watches me and she's like, where are you going?" I'm like, "Well, if I can get up here, there's probably a chest up here." And the design, there is.
They
And
have it
like if
like
you
that for
can
a
get
reason.
up there,
Right.
the programmers reward you with a chest up there or a
Right.
pile of
Right.
gold or a potion or something because
Something.
they look at it as a challenge. And I've been playing it for since it
Right.
first came out. So it's just like I kind of look at things and go,
I'm glad we have
let me
somebody that's
see.
played it. I
Oh
So
yeah.
love it.
I'm really going to be interested in hearing your thoughts,
Right.
Sarah, when
Mhm.
this comes out,
For
when you
real.
finish watching it, as to
Yeah.
How
this
it
versus the
compares.
game.
Yes,
Yeah,
me
how
Yeah.
it
too. Because that's
compares.
how I am with The Witcher. Like I'm like, does it get this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am with that one because I have played that one. I'm
Yeah.
interested. Now this is going to be 8 episodes, and the synopsis is when a mysterious villain threatens to open the gates of hell, a demon hunter could be the world's best hope for salvation. Again, based on the popular Capcom video game, and this is going to be like anime, horror, fantasy genre. So I'm
Yes.
excited.
Yes.
It gives me the same animation style of Castlevania. I know some of their animators work on this, because Netflix uses, they like animators, but I'm excited for this. I feel like it's gonna be bloody,
Oh
and
yeah, it
I
looks
love
like
it.
it will be with that sword.
I love it. All
Shall
right,
we move
let's
on,
go to the
or
next one.
Well,
okay?
it's as long as he is, so
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it's a big
I know I
sword.
saw in the trailer. Okay, so
Yeah.
there wasn't a actual poster board for this. They just have like shots from the actor and like a few shots from the actual
Mhm.
episode, but this is going to
Yeah.
be called Murderbot on May 6th on Apple TV, so I'm sure the poster will come out soon. But it is the synopsis is a security android undergoes he like jailbreaks himself, so now he can feel like emotions and he has free will, and he has to balance all of that with dangerous missions, his desire for isolation, and also evading detection because they can't find out that he is no longer just a mindless android. But
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it
is
starts,
this based on a book? Because it seems
yes,
like it would be,
yes, it's
and
based
I
on the
want to take
Murderbot Diaries.
notes.
Yes, it's
What is
based on a
it? The
series of books.
Murderbot Diaries?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same as,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's a series of books. But Apple TV, I stand behind them with their series.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Apple
feel
there's
like
like
TV,
yeah.
let me tell you, Apple TV has made this Android user a believer
I'm
because
telling
they
you,
are amazing.
their
They are,
team over there that picks their shows
yes.
is talented. Okay, they don't miss. This is gonna star Alexander Skarsgård, of course, Eric from True Blood.
I love him.
I just love him so much. But
Me too.
I'm excited to see what he does with like being an android, So I think that'll be an interesting play. I don't know who else is in the cast, but I'm gonna be tuned in from day one. So I
And
will let
this
you
is
know.
coming
It's,
out when?
it's coming out on May 16th, and it is billed as a comedic sci-fi thriller. So
What?
it's gonna be some comedy, apparently.
Get out.
I don't know. I don't
No.
know. We'll see what happens.
That's going to be interesting,
We'll see
guys.
what
We got to
happens.
watch this.
Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
definitely going to. All right, so let's go to the next. Oh my goodness, Nita. I unfortunately for me, I have played these games, so I know what's coming up. Good for you, Nita, that you don't.
Stop. Stop sending those messages with those eyes of yours
The Last
because
of Us.
my boy, Pedro Pascal, is eternal.
Okay, let's hope. Let's hope they switch things up. The Last of Us is coming to HBO on April 13th with season 2. And as you can see on the poster, it says every path has a price. There's going to be a time jump. It comes into 7 episodes following the events of part 1 of game 2. So there will be a time jump of about 4 years, I think. But Joel is still
Nice.
going to have to deal with the consequences of what he did rescuing Ellie in season 1.
Yep.
Hmm.
But he did save
Now,
Fireflies in that
is they
hospital.
going to get a different actress to play her, or are they going to
No,
like
no,
CGI her?
they're still going to use the same actress. The actress in this poster is actually a different actress who's going to play a major role coming up in this season and in further seasons down the line.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So that's all I'll
Okay.
say. Right? That's all I'll say.
I know, I know, but we'll keep it mum for Nita.
Yeah. So Nita, after the season comes out, I'm gonna need you to talk to me after every episode.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna need me a therapy session,
We're gonna
is
need a
what you
powwow.
saying?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm
Okay.
excited for this just because I love that a lot of zombie shows kind of stray from showing us the zombies, but I love that they are going to, and based on the trailer, it looks like they're going to be pulling one of the elements from the game that they didn't use in season 1 was like the fact that the virus or the cordyceps was airborne, like they had to wear masks a lot. And so it looks like in the trailer they're going to be bringing some of that in with just like the spores being airborne. So I think that's going to
Yes.
add another horror element to getting infected.
Can
So
I
Yeah.
just add something here? I don't do a lot of gaming, but
mhm.
I do like to play Sims. And I purchased one of their worlds recently, and it's called Smallville. And
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be where the science research is done, and there are people infected, and
Oh my
there's these
goodness.
spores that fly all over the place. And sometimes they get into like your drainage, and you have to pull the vines out of your toilet or your shower, and they look
What?
a lot like the ones here.
What is
Tell me
Hmm.
going on in
somebody
Kim's
didn't get
world?
it inspired. I'm
Well,
serious. And
What is
sometimes
going
the
on over
the
there?
those characters, the non what they call them,
The NPCs. Mm-hmm.
the NPCs, sometimes are infected, and you'll be talking to them, Norman, all of a sudden they start twitching and walking in circles.
Oh my God.
okie dokie
And
then.
Yeah, yeah, it's something. It's
That's
something.
interesting. That look. I haven't played Sims in years, but that's interesting. I love that.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is going to be a hard season. That's all. That's the last thing I'll say about it before we move on.
We're
Mhm.
gonna move on, please, because I'm not
Yes.
ready to cry.
You're not ready.
No, we're
Give
not.
me, give me 1 second. And a
Okay.
little. Uh,
Next.
okay. All right.
All right. May 4th, The Walking Dead Dead City
Yes.
returns. Now I'll just say that of all the spinoffs, this one probably was my favorite one, just because I love me some Negan, and the fact that the how season one went down, I wasn't ready. I knew Maggie was gonna. I'm not gonna spoil if people haven't seen it, but I knew she was gonna betray him. I hate Maggie, honestly. But this is a spinoff of The Walking Dead following Maggie and Negan in New York, where it's a total different zombie scene than they're used to. You know,
As a New Yorker, they got it right because a
they
lot
got it
of
right.
times they don't. Because, like, if you watch Planet of the Apes, the original,
Uh-huh.
and you see how they go into these like underground caves supposed to be the train system, and then not far from there they see the Statue of Liberty. None of that is so near to each other. I don't care what kind of blast you have. You cannot take the subway system and get it to where
To
they
the
were.
Statue of
Like,
Liberty,
none of
right?
it doesn't make sense. But The Walking Dead has New York down pat, and I could see like some sort of devastation like that working out that way. They
Mhm,
did a good job here.
mhm. Yeah, especially like with all the people, like just the so many people like in one area, and then all of a sudden, oh, now everybody's a zombie. Like, yeah, it felt realistic to me, and also very, very scary. But I was happy to see zombies again, actually,
Hmm.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
Walking
Less,
Me
Dead.
less of
too.
the drama, more of the more
Yes,
back to the
yes,
zombies.
yes. Yes, so that was
Definitely.
good. But so I'm excited about this. I'll probably wait till the season is over and binge it. This is a good binge one for me. So that's how I did the first season. So I'll probably wait till it's over and binge it. But May 4th,
Yes.
AMC and AMC Plus. All right.
We are having a little issues with our images here, but
Oh,
just
it's
give
okay.
me a sec. Um,
Do what you
yeah,
need to do.
yeah, there's definitely some issues, but the next one is supposed to be the watch, and we are always there. That's their next one, but give me 1 second because we are having a little bit of a problem with the slides, and I kind of just want to get them. Here we go. Hold on. I think we got them clear. Oh, no. Okay.
What's the
Um,
next one? I can just talk about it.
yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
the
Which is
Talamasca?
the watch, and we are always there, and Rice Talamasca.
Okay. So yeah, so
Mhm.
this is the Anne Rice's The Talamasca. This is gonna be another show to add into like the her
The Immortal
TV
Universe.
series, right? Immortal
Yeah.
Universe, right? So just like with the uh why is my brain going blank?
Um, the
Uh
Mayfair Witches and
yes,
uh,
Interview with the
Interview with the
Vampire. Yes.
Vampire. Yeah.
I don't know why my brain was like, ah. But yeah, so this is
There
going to
it
be, there
is.
we go.
Sorry about
This is
that.
going to be added into that universe. So the Talamasca, we see a lot of really in the
Yes.
Mayfair Witches. They're like
Hmm.
the behind the scenes operation that oversees supernatural like witches, vampires, and werewolves. We're gonna have werewolves in this show. So I think that
Ooh,
that's going to
nice.
be really interesting. We're going to get to see a lot more supernatural like beings and how they actually operate, because we just got a little glimpse of it in the Mayfair Witches. So I think it's going to be super interesting. Honestly, they can't miss with me over there. And
Oh,
Rice people,
absolutely.
they can't miss with me.
Anne Rice,
Uh,
and the AMC with Anne Rice has been
Yes,
so
mhm.
good, so
yes,
on
they
point.
deliver. They deliver. So I'm excited about this one. There's not much out about it. There's no date yet. But they
Okay.
have said it's going to be released in 2025. So let's hope for summer,
Hopefully.
just because now we have a
Yes.
void to fill now that Mayfair Witches is over.
Yes, we
Uh,
definitely do.
let's hope for summer. And if you haven't caught up on her other shows, they are on AMC Plus as well. The Mayfair Witches and the Interview with the Vampire. They did do kind of like a little small crossover in the Mayfair Witches. They brought one of the vampires in that was on the Interview with the Vampire in the last like few episodes, I think it was, or maybe the early episodes. It was like mid-season, I think. But so if you haven't seen it, look out for that. Lasher's going to come into contact with the vampire, and he is from the Interview with the Vampire.
Yes. That's
Okay,
going to be
so
really good. Crossover Lasher with a vampire. Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that it was interesting to watch, definitely. Okay, so another one that's to be determined, but definitely they said for 2025 is Blade Runner 2099. So it's going to be obviously from the date set up 50 years after the events of Blade Runner 2049, which
Okay.
was the follow-up movie to the original Blade Runner. So it's gonna be actually a TV series though, and it's gonna be 6 episodes, mini series. So
Okay.
I think this is gonna be I think the visual effects for this are going to be amazing. They put a lot of money behind it. They don't have any casting news out. I think they're trying to keep that under wraps just so we don't like kind of guess what's going on with the storyline. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be much of the same, Blade Runner stuff.
Good.
They,
I mean, I'm hoping that they follow that whole Blade Runner half human,
mm-hmm,
half vampire kind of
mm-hmm.
thing. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
wondering who they're going to cast for that.
right, right.
And where
Because
is this coming? That's Prime?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
Prime.
be on Prime.
Okay.
Even with like Blade Runner 2049, like that whole thing where they had like the android having a baby, like that whole like, woo, that was a lot of story they packed into that one. So I'm interested to see how what they do with episodes. They're gonna have time. They're gonna have like six
Yes.
hours
Yeah.
that they can work with. So that'll be interesting, definitely. All
Hmm.
right, we are halfway through our show, and now we're going to move on to what you may have missed. Shows that I think are definitely binge worthy that you may have missed or may have flown under your radar because there's so much TV, of course. So I think I'm going to highlight some shows that I think you should definitely go back and watch. All of these shows have wrapped their seasons or have multiple seasons, so you can binge. Now, this one is Foundation on Apple TV. It has 2 seasons. So good. It's like epic.
So
Like if you look it up on Google, it's gonna say that it's like a sweeping epic like sci-fi because the
and it
story is
is.
so big, but you can follow it. I think
Mm-hmm.
the first 2 episodes you kind of got to give it a chance because you're kind of like, what is going on here? Because you don't realize yet that there's time differences. So, but once you realize that they are moving through time and that it's like time differences, then you're like, oh my God. And season two was just, oh my God, my light went out. Season 2 was just phenomenal. So this story spans centuries, but it also doesn't feel like, how do I put it? It doesn't feel like you can't follow it. Like I said, it feels like you understand what's going on.
Yeah,
There's
it
some
really
seasons
does. They
to the
do a really
mystery.
good job from going from one era to another
Hmm.
really well seamlessly. Where you're
Yeah,
going, wait a minute, hold on. Like if you don't
right.
pay attention, you don't
Yeah.
realize that's what's happening. They
Especially with
do
the
a good job.
Cleons. Like with the Cleons, you kind of like, oh wait, are we in a different era? Oh, he's young Cleon now, or he's the old one now. Like I love how they do with the Galactic Empire. In this story, humans are scattered across throughout the galaxy now, and they all live under the rule of the Galactic Empire, which is dynastic, and it has 3 rulers all the time. A young, what do they call them? Dawn, dusk, and day.
Yes.
And so it's always and Day is always the main emperor. But there's androids, there's space travel, there's so much going on in this. Yes, Mel, it's so fun. It is.
It looks
And
like
I'm
fun,
jealous
Mel
that you
says.
get to watch
Yes.
two
Yeah.
whole seasons. There's cryo sleep happening. There's like everything you want that it's happening in this show. There's epic battles, everything. So Apple
Hmm.
TV, it has 2 seasons, and the third season they are already working on it. They're currently filming, so
Yeah.
no date yet for third
And
season.
guys, for you Android users like myself, You can't download the app on your phone of Apple TV,
Mm-hmm.
but you can get the streaming service like on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
You
Computer
could
or Fire
definitely,
Stick.
it's also available on Roku and the Fire Stick.
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
We
yeah.
have
Roku
it
on
on
the
both
Fire
here.
Stick.
Yeah.
You
And that's
can,
how I have it too.
and
I have it
yeah,
as
and
an app on
it's
my Fire
really
TV.
it's pretty inexpensive, like nine ninety
Yeah.
nine a month.
And there's
Yeah.
so many shows to watch though. So it's not like you're
Yes.
ever like, some streaming services where you're like, and mind you guys, we're not sponsored by Apple TV, but we definitely can be Apple TV if you're listening.
Holla.
But there's so many shows to watch. You're never like some streaming service where you're like,
Yeah.
well, there's nothing to watch right now. I'm just paying for it for no
Yeah.
reason right now. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
always something they do good
And
with
there's
that. There's always something to
movies
watch.
and all
Right.
different genres.
Right.
And this is something Tiffany and I talk about. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we're like, oh, what about this streaming service? Do you have it? No,
Right.
okay, I'll check it out. And because we don't want to have to pay for services, nor do I
Mm-hmm.
want them to pay for
Yeah.
services that they're
It
not
don't
going
make sense.
to
Right.
enjoy. Like
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
wouldn't pay for an all kids network because that's not
Right. You
something
don't have
that
kids. Right.
I don't have kids, and it's probably not something for me. But if I
Mm-hmm.
see some sort of sale, yeah, I'm going to tell my girls about it because they might be interested
Right.
in it.
Yeah.
So we do watch shows from different streaming services, but definitely there's always
Mm-hmm.
an alternative
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. All right, so let's go to the next one. I'm excited about this one. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, this one is so good. Now, mind you, Sci-Fi, I'm just gonna say it out loud that everybody's thinking it. They have a hit or miss with their TV shows. Now, some of them they're just too like, what is happening here? And some of them are really good. Now, this one is
Mm-hmm.
really good. This is The Ark. It
Yeah.
has 2 seasons. It's Sci-Fi, and you can also watch it on Peacock. I watch it on Hulu, but that's just how my Hulu is set up for me to watch Sci-Fi. But you can also stream it on Peacock. All the episodes are available, and they have been
Mm-hmm.
renewed for a season 3. It's
Oh.
it's set 100 years in the future, and the Ark is a planetary colony ship. Of course, something goes wrong with the cryo sleep with way too much time left to get to the destination and not enough resources for everybody.
Right.
People
Of
make
course.
fun of me because I nap, but sleep is important, and this cryo sleep show tells me I'm right.
Listen. Of course, they can't make it all the way there. And something happens in episode 1 with the cryo sleep, and the Ark is in danger because there's way too many people. They don't have enough resources because, of course, they didn't plan on everybody being awake so early. So that's a whole issue in season 1, and that's all I'll say.
But it is very, very well done. I
Yeah,
wasn't too hopeful because Peacock is not known for their sci-fi.
yeah,
But they did a good job.
yeah,
They
they
did
did.
So
a
so
good
why
job.
does this kind of remind me of Snowpiercer, but like in space?
Yeah, it definitely gives the
Yeah.
same vibe.
It-
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
Mhm.
It is. There's drama. There's a lot of drama, and there's you know, last people kind of vibes. We are the last
Yeah.
ones.
Is that actor in the poster? Is that the kid that played Merlin?
That's a woman in the
Oh, is it a
Yeah,
woman?
poster.
uh-huh,
That's
yeah,
a
Okay,
that's
I
woman.
can't tell.
uh-huh.
My bad. I can't
Oh no, this one does
tell.
look like him though. I agree. I agree. I
Okay.
can see that. I can see that.
Okay.
I can see that. Okay. Well, next one is Lost in Space. This is from a few years ago, but I always
Mhm.
think about this series because it was so beautiful. It was
Yeah.
like so beautifully shot. This is on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. It's 30 years in the future, and humans are moving off Earth. The Robinsons have been chosen to be a part of a new space colony, and their ship is thrown off course into a dangerous alien environment. I love to hate the Dr. Smith character so much. Like, she irked me so much, but
She did. She
I
was
love
so
her.
good at getting you to hate her.
Oh my God, that actress. Yeah.
Phenomenal actress.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Yes. Yes. This is an
And,
updated
and for
one.
those of you who've seen the original,
Yeah, I was gonna
it is
say.
nothing like the
Yeah.
original.
No.
It
No.
is so different, but with the same concept of a
Hmm.
family traveling through
Yeah, but I
space.
think they went to more. I think they pushed it to more like dark sci-fi with this. Like they
Yes.
gave it.
Mm-hmm.
They made the aliens very scary. They
Mm-hmm.
made them, get they heightened the sense of danger. Danger, Will
Yes.
Robinson. That danger is high.
Danger.
They heightened
Yes.
the danger.
It
He is
gives you
actually in
anxiety
danger,
to hear it.
right? He's actually in danger. But I think this is definitely worth a watch. Like I said, it's 3 seasons. You will fly through them and then be upset like I was.
Yes.
So check it out. Let's move on to the next one. This is a recent one that I found that I was telling you guys about. This is Domino Day Lone Witch. This is on AMC Plus, and there's 1 season. The premise of this show is a powerful witch with a secret. She needs to feed on humans to survive. So she like succubus witch kind of vibe, you know.
Mhm.
Yes.
But for me, what struck with me is the way that she uses her powers. One, she's super powerful and doesn't know it. So there's that trope. So because she share her parents, she doesn't know her parents,
Mhm.
so she doesn't know where she comes from. She doesn't know about other witches until another coven is hunting her down, and that's how she learns that there's other witches out there. So I think that, also it's a mostly like POC cast. The coven that she ends up,
Nice.
joining is mostly, black women. I think this is also a British series, so keep that in mind too. But I think
Yes.
the visual effects are great, and they have been renewed for a season 2. So if you
Excellent.
like witch
Excellent.
shows, the magic shows, definitely watch this one. I waited way too long. It's on the bottom of my list. I waited way too long to watch it. Um, but I'm in a witch mood right now, so I'm watching all the witch shows.
And where is this streaming?
You can stream it on AMC Plus.
AMC Plus. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, another one that's a oldie but a goodie, and I think about this show often just because of Jason Momoa. Um,
Yes. I think with you.
yeah,
Mhm.
our minds are linked.
Yeah.
But C has 3 seasons on Apple TV. And it's set in the future, in the far future, where humankind has lost its sense of sight. And then twins are born with the mythic ability to see. And there's so much that happens in this series. The acting is like phenomenal. And of course, Jason Momoa, but always so worried about the characters, mostly because they can't see. And then also
I
because
know. Right?
there's always so much drama. There's always everybody's always fighting and getting killed, and stuff is blowing up. Like, it amazes me the things they're able to accomplish without being able to see. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like it's a good watch. I binged seasons 1 and 2 and then watched season 3 when it came out. And so I know it's binge worthy. It's Jason Momoa, guys.
Excellent.
All
I
right.
know.
Okay, have you guys seen this one?
It sounds familiar, but I'll be honest, I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm gonna let um Tiffany do the recap on that and tell us because it sort of seemed familiar, but I wasn't sure.
So this is Swan Song. This is a movie on Apple TV. And in the movie, a loving husband slash father is diagnosed with a terminal illness. And he's presented with a controversial alternative, where he will, to shield his family from the loss of him dying, he's going to go and replace himself with a clone. And
Yes.
so, right, right. So as you can imagine, it doesn't really go as he planned it to, because in the movie he gets to watch his clone integrate into his family while he's still alive. So, it goes the way you think it's gonna go. But
You get
also there's a
jealous of
twist at the
yourself.
end.
Yeah.
So there's a twist at the end. And so I think this is definitely worth the watch. Mahershala Ali is amazing playing 2 different characters, because he plays obviously himself and his clone. It's so sad, but also so just the premise is beautiful, but also, yikes, yikes. It's but yeah, it's good though. It's definitely worth the watch. This is a movie. So Apple TV. All right, so
And hitting it out of the park, Apple TV.
coming up on the next one, Chef's Kiss X-Men 97. This is probably my favorite show last year. Like my favorite show hands down last year. This is one season on Disney Plus. Now, I will tell you that I've seen the animated series. You don't have to have seen it because my sister hasn't seen it and she watched this. You don't have to have seen the original animated series to come into this one.
Okay.
Pick up on what's going on.
Now, it is helpful to know the animated series.
Okay, so it kind of stands alone in that you're able to watch this and not have to
Am I
watch
glitching?
the old one, which is good. Yeah, a little glitchy. Yeah, a little glitchy. It's always towards the end, you guys, some technical difficulties. That's what happens when you do a live show, right? It's all
Yeah.
good. um, but yeah, so this
Am I
is
back?
more of a standalone. You're back. You're back. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. So it's a standalone, but also a continuation. It's a continuation of the animated. So I will say you can watch it without having seen the other series, but
Mhm.
it's good to have that background knowledge. It's a continuation. It picks up with the death of Charles Xavier. Okay, so
Oh, okay. So
which happened at the end
Xavier's
of
not even on
the other
here.
animated series,
Yeah.
right? Well, is anybody ever really dead?
Yeah. Somebody's gonna rewind
But
time,
I
or
love
yeah.
right. I love the characters. I love how they give us the X-Men. If you're a fan of the X-Men, you will love this. You get so much X-Men in this series. And like me, for instance, I love that the storyline they gave to Storm. Like I love that so much. Even Magneto's story like resonated with me. This show had me crying my eyes out though. I was crying so much. It was unexpected. It was unexpected. It's easy to enjoy this series. It was shocking and it goes places that the live action X-Men could never, baby. They could never. They would never go the places that this series takes the X-Men. There's some baby mama
Nice.
drama, people die, they're using their powers to the extreme. There's so much I can't even explain, but they are
That's a good thing about
24.
animation. You can do so much
Yeah,
more because you're not concerned that you're going to kill the actor in
exactly,
the
exactly.
process.
Exactly. And they can show their powers better, I think. They can, highlight their
Mhm.
powers better. So I love this. It's set for season 2 coming up and they're already greenlit for season 3. So
Wow, that's excellent, excellent, excellent. Guys, Tiffany, you have brought us so much information in so many updates. This
so
is
much.
fantastic. I loved it. And I
But
got new shows that are gonna have to be put on my to
add them
be
to the
watched
list.
list.
Let me tell you,
I-
my list is about 80 shows long right now. And
Right?
so whenever you're like, have you seen this? I'm like, it's on my list. It's
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 on my list.
happening.
we
I'm getting
getting
there.
there. We getting there.
It's on my list. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm working through
Yeah, that's
everything.
me. I'm getting there. I'll get there
Yep.
eventually.
I'm binging through stuff. I just started the new season of Wheel of Time, just started. So they put 3 episodes out. I watched all 3 of them yesterday. So freaking good. Oh my God. I could tell this is gonna be the best season yet. But yeah, so many things to watch, so little time.
Mhm. Absolutely. But we're getting to the end of our show. And I do want to announce our next episode, which will be a movie review, which you can find on Tubi. It's called Light. And it will be March 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So definitely watch it. It's free. Tubi is one of those free streaming services. And join us on March 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And let's see what's going on with this movie.
Yeah.
Yes, but thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Sarah, for being here. Thank you all who have watched with us. Mel, thank you for joining us. But we will see you guys next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Bye.
Thank you for watching the Sci-Fi Queens, and be sure to support us on all our social medias and check out our website